What's up, Robs? Um, Back with some more articles, and this one is about the pathologist who supposedly did Charlie Kirk's autopsy. Her name is Deirdre Amaro, and when I heard Candace Owens, I've been following her coverage of Charlie Kirk's the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's murder. I, I mean, I've never really listened to Candace Owens. I've heard, obviously, I know who she is, and I've heard things she says, but I really don't know what she believes in beyond what she says in these live broadcasts about the aftermath of Charlie's murder. But she seems to think that this lady needs to be looked into, so I found some articles on her. And they're kind of biographical from the Record Searchlight, which is, I believe, is it a Utah paper? I'm guessing it is. Shasta County finds pathologist board to impose water restrictions. All right, that has nothing to do with this. After months, and this is from June 13th, 2016, after months without a forensic pathologist, Shasta County supervisors will consider hiring a doctor from San Diego to fill the position. Shasta County made the forensic pathologist job available in September and has contracted with Forensic Medical Group to perform autopsies and other forensic services for the sheriff coroner's office. On Tuesday, Shasta County supervisors will consider hiring Dr. Deirdre Amaro from San Diego to take on the county forensic pathologist job. The annual salary for the job is listed on the county's website in the range of $160,000 to $210,000. And when Candace Owens mentioned her, she called her Deirdre Stein Amaro, I believe, or Deirdre Amaro Stein. Either way, I'm guessing she believes since she's a new pathologist, that actually this is Shasta. Where the hell is Shasta County at? This might be before her time in Utah. Yeah, I think she was hired in Utah in Salt Lake City in 2024. So I'm not really sure where Shasta County is. Amaro was a forensic pathology fellow at the New Mexico office of the medical investigator and most recently was a neuropathology fellow at UC San Diego. The county's contract with Forensic Medical Group will remain in place in the event of a disaster with mass casualties or if the forensic pathologist is on vacation. Actually, I believe Searchlight is in New Mexico. The $150,000 contract with the group was renewed in November and will remain in place until September 2017. If approved by the board, Amaro would start work June 20th. Also on the same agenda is an ordinance to impose water conservation. We don't care about that. We will look at this one. And this is from a few months later, and there's Amaro. Obviously, you can find a better photo of her on Google than here. I don't know if Stein was her maiden name, and then she married a guy named Amaro. But let's see. County coroner warms to job. Get it? Warms to job. Amaro was hired last month as Shasta County's new forensic pathologist. County coroner warms to job. She'd like living to make better choices by Nathan Salas. Shasta County's new forensic pathologist, Dr. Deirdre Amaro, wants people to make better choices while they are alive to be healthy. After an 8-month nationwide hunt, Amaro was hired last month to lead the coroner's office. Shasta County had been without its own forensic pathologist since 2013. As the county's forensic pathologist, Amaro, 36, examines bodies to answer one question: why did this person die? The work entails thorough examinations, combing through a person's medical and social history. Sometimes it involves a full autopsy. By the end, Amaro is familiar with the decisions a person made while alive, such as his diet, whether he smoked or took drugs. We see the terminal results of public health problems, said Amaro, who comes to Shasta County from a 2-year neuropathology fellowship at UC San Diego. She performed 220 autopsies during a forensic pathology fellowship with the New Mexico Office of the Medical Investigator. She jokes about the reason that brought her to Shasta County: because of the country living and the dead. Amaro's first glimpse of Redding was on a trip to Ashland, Oregon, while she was on Interstate 5. When the job appeared online, she said to herself, "Why not? I'll give it a shot." Across the nation, there are not enough qualified people to fill the demand for forensic pathologists. Sheriff Tom Bosenko said there are probably only 500 forensic pathologists nationwide. The sheriff's office and county personnel were involved in Amaro's hiring process. We are fortunate to have Dr. Amaro here. She's also a neuropathologist, which there are probably only 100 qualified in the United States, said Bosenko. Noting Amaro's familiarity with the brain, Shasta County's previous full-time pathologist, Susan Comfort, left the position in 2013 after 15 years with the county. The county has relied on Monterey-based California Forensic Medical Group to perform forensic services. Its pathologists could also be called in to testify during court cases. For natural deaths or other autopsies, the county used the services of pathologist Dan Pertzer from Eureka. Those fallbacks will be used again when Amaro takes maternity leave later this year. Amaro is certified with the American Board of Pathology in clinical, forensic, and clinical pathology. Pertzer said those qualifications will have a big impact for Shasta County. We're very lucky to have someone board certified, Pertzer said. Among performing autopsies and medical examinations to determine causes of death, Amaro will be called to testify in court for homicide investigations. The fact that Shasta County will have one person to refer to will be a big help to investigators. Before Amaro was here, the prosecutors would have to work with a new pathologist each time through Forensic Medical Group. Now they will have one person they can work with. It's a vital thing to have, Pertzer said. The salary for the forensic pathologist is listed between $169,608 and $216,468. Initially, Amaro wanted to be a pediatrician or a family physician. If she knew about forensic pathology work sooner, she would have jumped at the opportunity. She speaks of forensic pathology with a hint of reverence and logic. That death is difficult, but after the suffering comes the science of her work. She sees the county coroner's office as being a voice and working to improve the life of Shasta County residents. I would like to increase relations with other public health agencies and the medical community to essentially reduce my caseload, Amaro said. And again, she is the pathologist who apparently did the autopsy on Charlie Kirk. And as I stated previously, Candace Owens was looking for information on this. I attempted to send it to her tips line, but the mailbox is usually full, so I don't know if they dump them after a certain time, but she can find it on her own. I don't know what the point of looking up this forensic pathologist is, other than she claims that she was new, that the FBI director in Utah was also new, but that's just because Patel fired her. I thought it was really strange, more strange that the FBI director in Utah, I don't think it's called the director, or I'm not sure what the technical name is, but whatever they are, the new person replace the previous one who was a foreigner. I didn't even know you could be an FBI director or an FBI agent if you were a foreigner to begin with, but she was. And I think that seems more strange than anything. I mean, it just seems that if you allow any foreigner to come here, what if they're what if they're from like one of our enemies like China? You're going to allow somebody to join the FBI who's like a 47-year-old Chinese immigrant? It just seems crazy. Especially if, I mean, I'm sure they vet them, but it just seems very odd to me that you allow foreigners to come here and be part of the intelligence agency. It just seems counterproductive, but who knows? It just seems like you would open yourself to espionage. But there's the two boring articles on Deirdre Amaro. I guess that's it.